Before we finish, we got a lot of comments in as well about Ianis Hagi. And I thought just off the back, we had so many of them, I should throw a couple at you. Robert says, what a really wonderful goal Hagi scored. The club should do all they can to keep him by offering an improved contract. He's a top quality player treated badly by deceitful men who wanted to bilk him of a written contractual payment. With Philip Clement's help by refusing to play him. It was shameful, and Roy chimes in saying, is it any wonder Hagi wants to leave Rangers? Successive coaches, present included, have failed to utilise his undoubted talent. It beggars belief how Clement and now Barry Ferguson have ignored or wrongly used him in positions where he was unable to make meaningful contributions. Your thoughts on that, Keith?
Can't disagree with much of it. I would maybe disagree a little bit in terms of, I think Barry Ferguson obviously got him into his team for the first leg against Athletic Bilbao, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he rates him as a player. I think the problem, and I can't disagree with any of the kind of suggestions there that he's been badly treated. He's been shamefully treated by Rangers. He was treated like a dog. At the start of the season, and further back than that, you know, I remember when Michael Beale was doing his big rebuild, and your Sam Lammers and all these guys were coming in, and they couldn't get rid of Hagi quick enough. Hagi at that point was just coming back from a long injury. If you remember, at the end of the previous season, he'd come back into the Rangers team, and he didn't look. He looked a bit rusty. He looked like a player that had been out for a while. I remember that summer looking at him in pre-season, thinking, you look stronger, fitter, sharper. And he was hungry, and I thought he was their star player in a couple of pre-season games that I watched, and I thought, oh, this is really interesting. They've got a player back in their hands with Hagi, but Beale couldn't get him out of the building quick enough to make room for the guys that he wanted to bring in. Absolute botch job of a recruitment drive. So dating back to that, I think Hagi's been treated badly. Clement then had the chance to bring him back from a loan spell and wasn't interested. Now, that could well have been a contractual issue. But yeah, he's been treated terribly. Really, really poorly. And the incredible thing is that I was listening to his interview after the match, Pittodrie, and he was making the point that, you know, he doesn't sound to me like a player that's desperate to leave Rangers behind. On the contrary, he's been desperate to get himself. He was an immaculate professional when he was told to train through no fault of his own with the youths. He's been nothing but, you know, textbook professional, and I think he has actually. I think he's got a passion for the club. He seems to enjoy it. I think if Rangers put a contract on the table, you know, as long as, you know, it wasn't offensive, I think, you know, Hagi would be happy to examine it. And he seems to me like a guy that wants to stay. Is what I'm saying. Right. But I think he's also feeling a little bit bruised at the way he's been treated, and rightly so. It's completely understandable. And yet again, Rangers have managed to get an asset, a guy that's potentially worth a right good couple of quid, and let him run down his contract and leave as a free agent. I mean, it's as if it's Groundhog Day. They seem to learn nothing.
It's a fair point.